Alrighty, I've been, what's the right description? Engaging weekend mode. Enjoyed Martin Dogger's series of videos where he calls it weekend mode, and I just thought, right, I'll engage it. So, I'd like 4 games or so where I just kind of thought, right, it's the weekend, let's just do some different stuff, play some different tanks. So on here you've got tier 6, you got some tier 9, you got some tier 8, licorice, all sorts. And I just did some stuff people wouldn't expect, because I think when you played this game long enough, you learn some dirty little tricks, and you just think, yeah, win's a win, and I'm just gonna do some stuff I haven't done in ages because it's the weekend and people ain't going to expect it, and they don't play a lot of games, and let's just see how it goes. And I think I did 40 odd games at 70 odd % across all tiers. Just had a laugh. First game, you guessed it. Whilst they're all chasing the football by the waterfall, which is what everyone does on this map, I've just driven into cap. Yeah, I'm so proud. I know. Yeah, I actually had to look this up because I've not done it since tier 2 in 2015 or something. What the hell? I could do a whole thing on Yukon, by the way. I think there's a real cap bias on it because the cap's so built up. Just wound people up in tier 9 and E75, went and sat there, pulled them out. My mate just clipped them. Anyway, I think that they might need to look at the cap. It's a bit strong on that map. Second game, I could have been entitled out not to play the Pantera. I actually do some good stuff at the beginning of the game, and then I just use one trick to farm a heck of a lot of damage, just like one simple trick, and I get a sniper tanker in a Pantera, which again, you know, I don't know, it's a bit dirty in it. It's a bit like getting the Raider badge. It's like you got a sniper tanker. I think that's a dirty badge myself, but anyway, there you go. So anyway, I've pushed off around here, and there's a comet. And I'm thinking, right, well, fine, I'll let someone else distract the comet. I'm damn sure there's a TD going to be up there, top right, so I'm not going to push. I'm actually going to see if the LTTB is going to get shot, and he hasn't been. I'm still not convinced there's not a TD there, but sometimes in the collection of dirty tricks, you've got to let your weekend teammates feel out a situation. And I was right, there's a Panther up there. He's not going to move or anything, so I'm going to give him one. And the Panther's going to be key to what I do here, because what he's done is he's sat up there in the TD position. He's going to poke again, which is a bit silly boy. But look at where he's died. It's hysterical. Boys and girls, if you can't see this as an opportunity, then hey, look where he's died. So I'm going to sit here and drive a Pantera like it shouldn't be driven. I'm not going to get involved with going down there. I'm not going to drive it aggressively. I'm just going to sit here on this ridge. And I've got shots left and right. And you can do this on this map, right? Anyone who plays this map a lot knows they can do it. And then I'm going to move back around. And lo and behold, a Borsig. Okay. That went in. And wait for it. And there's another one. Yeah, thanks buddy. So we're up to 1.9k, and all we're doing is sitting behind the corpse of a Panther, shooting. The other reason it's sound not to play a Pantera is I can't even be bothered to deal with the auto reloading mechanism, because I've got shots on. I'm literally just using it as a one shot clip. Might as well. The things are just sat in front of me. Or just crap. There we go. You'll never see an easier 2.5k game. crazy. It's been funny as this weekend. It's just the stuff that's gone on's been unreal. And that's out of Platoon, and just me tossing around in a Pantera. There you go. I had to look this one up as well. I've not seen this badging for bloody ever. I don't really play TDs and a YOLO a lot, as people who watch the channel probably know. But a win's a win. Next, any which way but lose. Next game is in a T54 in Himmelsdorf, which is never great. You ever get that feeling when you're driving something like a T54 and you're like, yeah, great, Himmelsdorf, excellent, just what I wanted. For all the maps, I was like really hoping for Himmelsdorf because it's nice and flat. I suppose that's good for the gun depression, but yeah, there's lots of big heavy tanks that can wreck you, and you're just sort of like, okay. So this is going to be another dirty win. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to do a lot of damage, but I'll just describe why it's another any which way but lose sort of dirty game that I play here. So I go down to B, and I tell the team I got B, because they were going on about doing B, and I'm like, oh, why would you do B from there? Like, if you want to go and play the heavy route, which I know they want to do, go and play the heavy route, that's fine. So I'll go across to B, and I'm like, yep, okay. And I'll do this every day just for the XP, because I'm grinding out the T62A. So there we go, we've got B. You get a disproportionate amount of XP for just capping, so why wouldn't you do it, especially when there's a cap in front of you. So that's kind of a little bit of deceit and treachery and dirtiness right there. Right, the AMX is not long for this world. There's just, like, why would you do that? Because all you're going to do is clip out, and then the entire enemy team are going to just do you. So I'm there, and I'm like, right, well, what I'm going to do is be a dirty little bugger. They're all going to have to take a while to deal with the 268 or 262U thing. So what I'm going to do is farm damage off it. And it's a horrible thing to say, but at the end of the day, you can't save some kids. I can't save the object here, and I couldn't save the AMX, but what I can do is use their hit pools just to farm a little bit of damage. And I'm sort of there going, yeah, okay, yep, there's a T44, and you can see they've all come around like a plague, and they're doing the, like on the Yukon map, first game, the sort of, this is weekend mode, they all chase the football, don't they? They just all chase one thing. And whilst they're doing that, you just know that you've got shots for free. It's like, I know it's farming damage, but at the same time, if someone wants to drive out in front of me, it's rude not to farm them. And then I know I'm going to have the remainder of their meds, but I mean, to be fair, the T54 is just a nasty brawling tank, and it's like, right, fine, so I'm going to target out the Löwenkranzer thing, German Bulldog, that's easy enough to do, and then I know that I can face hug this Pershing till the cows come home, and he's going to have nothing on me. It's as big as a bloody house, all we can see is my turret. It's just, this kid's just, this is weekend mode at its best, he's just in all sorts of trouble. I mean, life was good a few minutes ago when him and his mates were just YOLOing down that flank, and it was a 2-on-1, and now he's just stuck with a T54 doing that. And then there's a T34 left who's seriously got Noob Protect on, and I could do a video on Noob Protect to tell you that I'm sure it exists. I'm absolutely positive Noob Protect exists. They seem to get so many bounces, these kids. It's not even aimed in shots that they seem to get bounces on. I mean, I bounced 2 on this kid, and okay, maybe that's a bad shot, but seriously, anyway. So there you go, nasty little bit of damage farming there. So there goes another little dirty win from me. Chuckle. The third game, I guess I would entitle pretty much just it's a little bit of know-how, a map awareness, which pulls out a win, which is quite tidy. I think playing with Game Boy and Platoon, the last one. yeah, I just showed that at the end because it's always 40% players. You seem to shoot them all day and at least 2 or 3 shots bounce, and they can't angle their armour, they don't know what they're doing, but they still bounce anyway. But anyway, video for another day. So my platoon mate wants to play Temple, and like the kind of mood I've been in yesterday or today was pretty much like, alright then, fine. I mean, I probably usually go down in this tank, but I've actually, you can take a light or a medium tank up to the top of Temple, no worries at all if you know what you're doing. And that's what we're going to do. And this game's going to be hysterical because, again, it's weekend mode. You just need a little bit of know-how and you can really have some fun. So we're going to go up here and look at it. They are literally all up here. Every single last man-jack of them. The sort of shots I'm firing in, I'm not even having to aim because they're all clustered up together. So I'm just like firing down into a world of armour. And then you can tell it's weekend mode, it just gets funnier. So look, there's their TD. I mean, dude, what are you going to do up there? Bless his heart. I think he's just trying to be helpful and all the rest of it. And this bit's a bit silly from me. It's like, watch this shot. You know, it's infectious, like bad play. But anyway, I'm still up on Temple, and no one's really dealing with me, and this is what I mean sometimes. If you want to win dirty, then just use a little bit of deceit and treachery. If you've played a lot of games, you kind of know how to play these positions. It is sort of winning dirty, but it's also a little bit of experience, and I can just sit up here all game. I've got the entire enemy team spotted, and believe me, I'm going to get a truckload of XP for this. And all I'm doing is just trying to keep my angles tight, not get a shot in the front, not get a shot in the back. I've not had to move. I'm not going to have to move for bloody ages. The ARL, God bless his heart, is pushing on down there, and he's been the problem all game, to be honest. He's got a lot of hit points, and he's not necessarily playing badly. He's kind of doing what he can down there. The poor old WZ is not long for this world. And what have we got left? Well, we've got Churchill. That's a pain in the butt tank. Oh, that was rude. Something shot me in the butt. I can't get a shot down into the P43 anniversary thing, but I'm also deeply concerned about those red arrows behind me. I can't save Game Boy from here. I think about saving him for all of 2 seconds, but that's the kind of platoon mate I am. Sorry, mate. And then I'm going to obviously farm up the KV2. I don't know how that shot goes in, but it does. Fair enough. And then I'm just going to sit here. And the other thing about weekends is that they love a one-shot, don't they? They get so excited if they see something sat around, you know, and they think they can one-shot it. And, oh, look, that VK, it looks very tempting to me. And, oh, yeah, look, oh man. The Sentinel, by the way, is fully engaged weekend mode. He's not actually moved from the other side of the map all game. And I'm going to let the ARL have the last kill because I really can't be asked. And there it is. You'll never see a stranger collection of games in all your life. I mean, there's no two the same. They're different tiers. I've got some weird badges along the way. Used a bit of deceit and treachery. But there it is. I thought I'd stick them on. I find them all funny in their own way, if you know what I mean. So, there you go. Bit of an oddball selection. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.